up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to one language, 3 accents, UK versus USA versus Australia English. I think it's so crazy how like one language can be like so really diverse, taking the same word and it can be pronounced so many different ways depending on like what area of the word like that you emphasize or what you cut off, which you like the letters that you may not even say. To me, it's just a very interesting thing just how different it can be, whether it's between UK, USA, and Australia, or just like the multiple different variations in dialects in England and the different ones in America. Like it's just crazy to think how it all happens. It's a crazy thought, and it's just really shows you like the evolution of a language really, and like how much it can really like involve. Yeah, let's get into this video.
Hello! Hi, I'm Christina and I'm from the USA.
Hello, I'm Lauren and I'm from the UK.
Hi, I'm Grace and I'm from Australia.
Woo! Yes.
Yes.
We all got different accents.
We do.
Yes. It's pretty
The vowel
obvious.
sounds are
The
quite
R's.
different. The ah,
Yeah.
the R's, and then the
R and the R.
I do have to say that like I don't know. I know like I do it, but instead of like the T sounds, a lot of times it would be turned into like a D sound, or sometimes we don't even say the T at all. I notice that's what I do, or just drop certain letters in a word. Yeah, that's one of the big difference that I see is like the A and the ah, or the R's or the T's. I would say is the biggest differences between each country.
I think the way that we end our sentences is really different.
the UK. They really pronounce like every like vowel sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think enunciation, particularly of T's, at least in Australia, we turn everything into a D.
That
We'll
depends
see.
where you're from in the UK if you do that.
Same.
In the US, water.
Water.
In the UK we say water.
In Australia, we say water.
Water
Actually,
bottle.
a lot of people in the UK say water too.
Water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and butter.
But I personally
Honestly, the way she sounded kind of reminded me of a little bit of like New Orleans accent. Some people that I've heard from there say water, like water. Yeah, water. What? Yeah. Yeah. So I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that I've heard some people in New Orleans say water.
say water.
Depends.
Yeah.
I suppose
Or-
personal preference.
Yeah, maybe if I'm speaking fast, I'll be like water.
Ah.
It depends.
It also depends where in the country you're from, because I know like also on the East Coast saying water.
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 Yeah. Now my accent's kind of gone, so I'll say water. But
Water. That's more like Australia.
more nasally sound though, right?
That's actually
in
really
the
similar
US.
to Australia. though.
It is a little similar. In the US,
Dog.
In the UK we say dog.
In Australia, we say dog. Just a little bit different.
A little different. The O is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, the O is like I think the UK was like more like O, and the American Australia was kind of like a little ah sound.
Dog.
Dog.
Right.
Dog.
We don't have time.
See?
We gotta move fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Give the
seems
dog
to
some
be the
water.
theme, right? In the US, zebra.
Zebra,
In the UK we say zebra.
In Australia, we say zebra.
which I think is
Zebra.
crazy.
I'm the one left out here.
I feel like it's like a challenge, like which
Yeah.
side Australia is going to between the two.
But in the alphabet, do you say Z, X, Y, Z? We say X, Y, Z.
We say
Yes.
Z.
I think that's
X,
why.
Y,
Like, the
Z.
Z? How do you sing the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
W,
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, it really ruins the vibe.
Yeah.
that's... I guess the good thing is that it's like at the end, the Z is at the end of the alphabet, so it kind of just ends it there. I feel like if Z was like in the middle, that would be like 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐵. That would just... So I guess it works out that it's at the end at least.
In the US, apartment.
Apartment.
In the UK, we say apartment.
I don't say the
Australia,
T's.
We say apartment. Doesn't really sound like
Apartment.
the word. You don't really pronounce the T's actually now that I think about
Apartment.
it. Apartment.
Oh.
We don't really call it an apartment. We usually say a unit. Apartment.
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 Oh, that was good.
Apartment.
That was good.
You don't say the R, right?
Yeah, the R
like
or the T or the
AH.
last T, but the RT sounds
Apartment.
like you cut it off at the back
Apartment.
of your throat. Apartment.
Apartment.
Castle.
In the US, castle.
In the UK, I'm from the north, so I say castle. But in the south, they would say castle and kind of add an R sound.
In Australia, we say castle.
Huh. Okay, so you're like south.
Yeah.
South.
Banana.
In the US, banana.
But in the UK, we say banana.
In Australia, that's
Banana.
It's kind of similar, but you make it
Banana.
shorter, whereas we're like banana.
Banana.
Why does it sound so slow? Like the English is banana. So luxurious.
We're just, you know, taking our time, not rushing.
It sounds like
Donkey.
Yeah, right.
Vitamin.
US,
Turn the
vitamin.
T into a
In
D.
the UK, we say vitamin.
In Australia, we say vitamin.
Oh,
Okay, girl, I see.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, like what words Australia has that's similar to the way Americans say it in the UK. Like it kind of like just picks and chooses whichever one they feel like taking. Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like I'm the favorite child.
Yeah, right.
Like mom and dad are fighting over me. Maybe it has something to do with the context. You're going to the chemist, to the pharmacy to get your vitamins, but vitamin.
Missile.
I think in the US, missile.
In the UK, we say missile.
In Australia, I think it really depends on the person. Missile? I say missile. Depends on the person.
Missile. Missile. Duty.
In the US, duty.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know why you're laughing.
Duty also means like poop, so that's why.
Yeah.
In the UK, we say duty.
In Australia, we say duty.
It's your duty.
Duty.
It depends on the situation you're in. If I'm talking to my friends, I would say duty. It's kind of like a mix, like Judge Judy, that's how I say Judy.
In
Modern?
the US, modern.
In the UK, we say modern.
In Australia, we say modern. It's a mix of the two.
Modern.
Modern.
When they try to imitate US accent, they do like a California.
Oh, I do
Yes.
Valley Girl accent.
Yeah, the Valley
every
Girl.
time.
The Valley Girl accent.
I'm from the East Coast.
I feel like it's Valley Girl or like the most stereotypical Southern accent. It's either vice versa.
Can you
Okay.
try? Modern.
Modern. Ooh, is it good? That's Callie.
But yes, it's good. Modern.
Modern.
Your like facial expressions, like
I'm concentrating so hard. I feel like
Modern.
Americans really use
Modern.
their mouths, like the shape of their
Modern.
mouths when they talk.
So it's like an
You
O.
really
turns
like
into
we're
an
like
full
A.
shape of
Modern.
your
that's
mouth.
true.
We
Whereas-
don't even move our lips.
Yeah, Australians speak from the back of their throat, so we don't really
Yeah.
move our mouths a lot. We're just
Yeah.
talking like this.
In the
Little.
US, little.
In the UK, little or little. I say little.
In Australia,
Little.
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 That's cute.
Just a little. In the US,
Interview.
we would say interview.
I just take
in
the
the
T
UK,
straight
we
out.
say
We don't need to say it.
interview.
In Australia, interview.
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 Oh.
Little different. Little
Yeah.
different.
Just gets
With the
faster.
In
Parking.
the US, we would say parking. But if you're from Boston, you would say
I
parking.
guess if I'm like actually trying to say the word, it would be parking. But I never really say the G on any type of like ing words. It's just parking. Parking.
Ooh.
It's so different.
Yeah.
It is really different, yeah.
In
Packing
the
me
UK we say
car.
parking.
In Australia, parking.
Like we're kind of similar, but you just make everything a tiny bit shorter, like the
Yeah. Parking.
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 Parking. Parking.
Yeah, you just put an extender.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Australian but slower. It's like a rap.
Water, butter, Harry Potter.
The US, water, butter,
Water.
Harry Potter.
In the UK,
Butter, Harry
water,
Potter.
butter, Harry Potter, or water, butter, Harry Potter.
Water,
Depending on
butter.
where you're from.
Water,
Harry
butter,
Potter.
Harry Potter. Oh, Potter. Harry.
It kind of like flows. It kind of like
Harry Potter.
like you about to start a round.
It's like you.
I'm sorry. Harry Potter.
Water,
Water,
Harry
butter,
Potter.
Harry
Oh,
Potter.
not
Okay. In Australia, water, butter, Harry Potter.
So the T's are D's.
T's are D's, but I think that was similar to the American one. You said
Yeah.
water.
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 Water,
Yeah.
butter,
Take
Harry
the
Potter.
D.
The T to D from America, and then we take the ER to an A from the UK. It's like a complete mix of the two.
Ooh.
Honestly, that's a good.
In the US, there are
That's a good comparison. I never thought of that. But that's very like, yeah. I never thought about that. Cause so far she's kind of like has done that. The T's and D's, but then like the ER, the R sounds, it's an A sound.
4
Right
bottles
on.
of water.
In the UK, there are 4 bottles of water.
In Australia,
There are 4
there are
bottles.
4 bottles of water.
There are 4 bottles of water. I know some people say they're a it's there. Like kind of how I say it. There are 4 bottles of water. Yeah.
4 bottles of water.
Or you could say there instead of dare. There are 4 bottles of water. There are 4 bottles of water.
Yeah, 4 bottles of water.
Like we would say bottle of water.
Bottle of
Bottle of
water.
water.
Why do we keep going like this?
Yeah.
I just
I
realized
see
like
there.
bottle of water. We're
Bottle of
both
water.
like
It's like
This is making me like realize stuff that I say. Cause like if I'm like, oh that's over there. Over there. I never realized. Yeah. I say instead of there, it's dare.
because it sounds like such a sound that's coming
Yeah,
from,
like-
from your throat. I don't know how to
Bottle.
make the noise
Same.
other than to move my
same.
Bottle.
bottle.
Bottle of water.
I can't stop.
It's like you're stopping right, like you about to, you're just stopping and then repeating, like missing, jumping over a letter, finishing it off, saying it, stopping, jumping over the letter, and then finish it off. That's what it reminds me of, like just like bottle of water.
I need to get like a neck brace. Bottle of water.
Bottle of
In
water.
the US, it's a pity that I can't go to the party.
In the UK,
It's a pity that I can't go to the party.
In Australia, we would say
It's a pity that I can't go
to the party.
That's another thing. TH is a D. It's a pity that I can't go to the party. Or it's a pity that, if I'm trying to actually say the sentence, it's a pity that I can't go to the party. But if I'm just talking and not paying attention, it's a pity that I can't go to the party.
Yeah, it's so fast.
It's a pity that I can't go to the party.
It's a pity that I can't go to the party.
I also know New Orleans also says, instead of like here, it's cheer. Or like chair. Right chair. Because I was going to the Superdome, watching the Saints play, which is one of the NFL teams, the NFL team in New Orleans, and they were giving out, they were selling bottles of water, and they're like, Drew Brees, which was the quarterback at the time, they're like, Drew Brees, drink this water, right chair. Drew Brees drinks this water, trying to get people to buy it, obviously, but yeah, I never noticed that until like it was like a few years ago. Yeah, that they say instead of here, it's chair. Right chair. Oh, what happened? Okay.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Wow.
It's a
In the US, can I
Can I
ask where the hospital is?
In the UK, can I ask where the hospital is?
In Australia, can I ask what the hospital is?
I'm dying. Can I ask where the hospital is?
Yeah, can you imagine, like, I'm British and I'm like, can I ask where the hospital is? Don't have time for that. I'm dying.
No.
Need to ask where the hospital is.
Ain't nobody got time. Really
Yeah,
fun.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
And I could never really do like an Australian accent, and I think I'm learning today.
I will teach you.
Thank you.
I found it really interesting that in the US.
Well, she did a good job at comparing it. She did a good job at comparing it, like, instead of the T, it's a D sound, and then the E or the R sound, sra. And I feel like that will go a long way with the Australian accent.
There are so many different accents, like we had a standard accent, you have East Coast,
Yeah,
West Coast,
South,
and then in the UK you have, you know, from the North and from the South, but Australia we just have really just one accent.
It was fun. I like they're all very slightly different. You're just, again, shortening everything.
Yeah.
But the Irish influence on like the East Coast accent is really interesting, and I can hear it like a little bit.
So today we went over some different accents from the US, UK, and Australia.
If you enjoyed the video, please.
Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel.
Thank you.
Bye.
Weird how languages works. It's very fascinating, and it can very much like take over all your time thinking about it. And like the different influences that you get from either like certain countries or whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's very fascinating and weird all at the same time. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, there's more to come, and I'll see you in the next one.